Welcome to Undead Web-Head. I'm Coop and this is Webby. If you've been subscribed to me before, back then you probably knew me as SPIDERPIGC or WhoElseButCoop. Back then I did videos varying from the Amazing Spider-Man series to collectible reviews. I even did videos with 7 webheads back in the day, back when the Harlem Shake was a thing. And probably should have been lost to time. If you haven't been subscribed to this channel, or you're just wondering what the deal is with Undead Web-Head, well, that's what this video is about. Back in 2012, I started this channel as a way to express how I felt about the Spider-Man series, and Marvel in general, and how much it meant to me. From comedy, cosplay, to collectible videos. Over the years, the wretched, vile grasp of it growing up and dealing with the toils of adulthood has pulled me down. Frankly, I felt like I started to lose touch with the things that kept me happy, and YouTube and cosplay creation. Frankly, I started this channel out on a 2012 generation iPad, and I didn't even have a computer or editing software to even make videos back then. Dealing with editing on a phone or iPad is just awful. Have you ever tried exporting a project on iMovie on an iPad from years ago? I'd rather get my wisdom tooth taken out than put back in and then taken out again with kitchen shears. All in all, I've taken time to reflect on how I want to do a YouTube channel going forward, and frankly, I still have plenty of stories and stuff I want to talk about. I feel like if I don't talk about it, I'll explode, and we don't want that, do we? Wait, you do? That's kind of messed up. I don't want... I did videos on the Amazing Spider-Man game as my first uploads, for example. I didn't even get to play them or do a review. What even happened to 7 webheads? I have a lot to say about that. Over the years, we faced a Spider-Man renaissance, from having Tobey and Andrew back on the big screen. Who thought that would happen? We haven't even seen a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man figure on store shelves since before party rocking was a thing. And now you can just go into a Target and pry one out of some kid's hands. Not only that, unthinkable things like the X-Men 90 series making a comeback. To even cult 80s favorite Beetlejuice. Who thought Beetlejuice would be getting a sequel? Certainly not I. On top of great Spidey content, it just feels like all the things from my childhood has made a resurgence over the years, and I want to be able to talk about it. Not only that, my old videos now are considered retro. Those are 12 years ago now. 12 years, the toils of adulthood strike again. I'm at a point in my life where I have to respect and reflect on the past. It's exhausting being forced to live the future. You're constantly living it. I wouldn't be the person I am today if 6-year-old me didn't walk into the movie theater and watch Spider-Man in 2002. Or if I didn't watch Arthur and the Simpsons after school. Yes, that's a weird contrast with each other, but hey, that's my past. I wouldn't be the person I am today if it weren't for it. But not to intentionally bring in heavy subjects, but I've been around long enough to even have friends online who aren't here today to enjoy these things. To name out of respect, my buddy John, SpiderT911, or known as S95V, who did incredible fandom guitar covers on his YouTube channel, he wasn't around to enjoy No Way Home. Or my old buddy Glenn Webb, who inspired me to make action figure videos and stuff in the first place, to look at these funny pieces of plastic like this Wolverine here, which I actually have in dedication to him. He inspired me to respect the work that goes into these little plastic things that, they bring me joy. It's people like them who inspire me to hold on to these things that often go unnoticed. They inspired me to hold on to these memories and these times that we're living. And that's what inspired me to come back as Undead Web-Head, as it feels like my passion for these topics have been resurrected in honor of my past, and well, I like spooky stuff in Spider-Man. On top of that, it feels like a lot of my favorite media over the years seem to disappear, from lost video games to ways you're not even able to play video games anymore. And I want to be able to highlight tech and stuff that can help you enjoy that stuff as an ex-Geek Squad employee that likes tech. I want to help those memories come back, which is why I'm also here to say I'll still make plenty of Spidey content like my old days. But mine, and I'm certain all of our childhood, have layers, like Shrek. I liked all sorts of content, not only from Marvel, but all sorts of fandoms and media. Basically, if it could be related to an 80s to 2000s era cartoon or movie or game, chances are I've looked into it. For instance, the day I brought home Beetlejuice on VHS from Blockbuster and probably sat down to a book at Personal Pan Pizza from Pizza Hut. Thanks, Mom. That filth changed my life, just like Spider-Man did. And hey, both were composed by Danny Elfman. Maybe it's a Danny Elfman thing, but hey, that's just another connection to 2 separate things from my childhood that affected me. And don't get me started talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. I already have videos in the works talking about the Spider-Man costume from 2002 I never got to have as a kid and fulfilling that dream. Gaming videos where I talk about Web of Shadows and my special promo item collection from that underrated gem. talking about my old cosplay, like the time I cosplayed the Green Goblin out of homemade material on a super budget, plus other throwbacks like the time I worked for Disney Channel, or when I was hired to be Mega Mind for DreamWorks. That actually happened. And the time my partner aweebitspooky and I visited the set of the sequel to Beetlejuice coming up. I know variety in multimedia content isn't for everyone, and I respect that if that's not your thing, if you're a subscriber who only wants Spider-Man content. I 100% understand if that's what you came here for. Not every channel is going to be for everybody. But with that said, I am trying to open up this channel to be for everybody who is interested in more than just Spidey, and there's a lot of spice to life, and I happen to like things flaming hot. And frankly, it's what I've been wanting for this channel from the beginning. Just to be able to look into the fandoms that I like, retrospectives and updates and things that interest me, and I hope to make it interesting enough to interest you. So if you stick around, I hope you like what I have in store. And I'm always open for suggestions for upcoming content and ways to expand and improve. You can also find me on various social media at Undead Web-Head or my personal accounts and second channel, it's WebCoop. Thank you so much for watching this video. It really does mean a lot if you give me a like, and if you like this sort of content, go ahead and share with your friends, and give me a subscribe if you want to stay tuned for the next one. And I do hope you come back for the next one. Until then, Webheads, I'm Coop, this is Webby, and we hope to see you in Webby's Arcade next time.